my name's Louise and I run Little Mouse Tyrone here in Northern Ireland. My daughter Aoife is running around somewhere. Tried to get her on board, but she's insisting that she just wants to stay in her pyjamas today, which is fair enough. We're not going anywhere. Today I'm going to show you how to make some Play-Doh, also called salt dough, and it's a really simple recipe. There's lots of variations online. Some of them use cream of tartar, some of them don't. Some of them tell you to mix it up on the hob in a pan. And this recipe is kind of a variation of all three. So what you're going to need is, you're going to need some flour, you're going to need some salt, just regular table salt will do. If you want to use cream of tartar, you can, you don't have to. You are going to need some food colouring, some water, and some vegetable oil. So the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to put all the dry ingredients into the bowl together. Okay, so you're going to want to put in 2 cups of flour.
Me first.
Your turn.
Yeah, I want me turn.
Okay. You put this one in.
This one.
That's it. Nope.
Oh.
It's okay.
Look, it's my hands.
I know. So 2 cups of flour. You want 3/4 of a cup of table salt. You want to pour it in?
Yeah.
You put your hands up top. Put your hands up here. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be putting cream of tartar in this recipe. So you want about 2 tablespoons of cream of tartar.
Me turn.
I'm just going to do this bit, okay? And then you want to just mix those together.
I want to mix together.
You want to mix together. Here, do you want to sit up in the chair?
Yeah.
Right, sit you up here.
Mix ingredients, Mommy.
Mix the ingredients, Aoife. That's it. Give them a good stir.
Stir. I'll put it in the oven, Mommy.
We're not going to put it in the oven, no. We're going to do something different.
All finished?
All finished, thank you.
Wow.
So once that's mixed, you want to add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil.
Wow, I want me turn.
Mummy will do this bit, okay?
Okay, Mommy.
1 and 2.
What are you doing, Mommy?
And then just give it another stir.
I can get my stir.
Yep.
I want to get my stir. I get my stir.
So when I'm measuring, I have a little set of cups that I use that have 1 cup, half a cup, quarter. You don't have to use these if you don't have to. Just a regular cup will do. Just use the same cup for all the measurements. They don't have to be exact, so don't worry. So once that's mixed together, then depending on how you want to batch it up, you can either add your food colouring to this batch. If you want to split this up and make smaller batches, you can add food colouring at the end. I tend to do it as I'm making it because it's a little bit less messy. So, we're going to use green food colouring at the request of Aoife. I use powder food colouring. We use a lot of food colouring at our events. Powder food colouring is most cost effective. A little goes a long way. Thank you. So what I do is put the powder food colouring into the dry ingredients. So you only need a little bit, and I just shake it in. Most of you at home will have some sort of liquid or gel food colouring, and I add that to the water whenever I'm pouring it into the mixture. So instead of boiling this on in a pan on the hob, what I do is I add hot water to the mixture. So we have to be very careful with this bit. So I'm just going to have to go get some water from the kettle. Okay, Aoife. So, excuse me.
Why would you mix it, Mommy? I want to mix it too, Mommy.
Huh?
I want to mix it.
You can do some mixing.
It's delicious, Mommy. It's delicious. Look. It's delicious, Mommy. It's delicious, Mommy. It's delicious, Mommy.
Does it smell delicious? Keep it in the bowl. Right. So, right, can Mummy do this bit? It's very, very hot, okay? So Mummy needs to do this bit by herself, okay?
Okay.
So you want to add roughly around 2 cups of water to the mixture. This has been a bit of trial and error for me with the cream of tartar. As I say, you don't really have to use it. It just gives the Play-Doh sort of softer, spongier kind of feel to it. But salt and flour on their own is perfectly fine. As I say, I would put in the first cup of water. If you're using your gel or liquid food colouring, I would add it to this. So I put first cup in, spoon, thank you, and I start to mix that together. The second cup of hot water I start to add gradually. As I say, this has been a bit of trial and error. Sometimes I've made it and thought it's been fine, and then found that once it cooled, it was quite crumbly. So I prefer to leave it a little bit sticky, wait till it cools, and then just keep adding flour to remove the stickiness to get a texture that you really like. And that way you'll be able to feel the sponginess and that in it too. Because you don't want it too crumbly and you obviously don't want it too sticky. So I just start adding some hot water gradually. I'll leave that there out of your way. And we'll just start to mix it together.
Mommy.
So you want to keep mixing, don't know if you can see, till there's no loose flour left. If you decide you want to do the pan version on the hob, you do the same. You put it on a low heat and you just keep stirring until the mixture all comes together in a ball in the pan. And then you just do the exact same. Leave it to cool. Once it's cool, then you're going to knead it together just to get the right texture and the consistency that you like or you prefer. It's all trial and error, and it doesn't even really matter if it goes wrong. If you're doing it with the kids, it's about getting them involved, having a bit of fun. And if the first batch doesn't work out, just make another one. Okay, so this is, as you can see, don't know if you can, starting to all come together. It's now almost in one big ball. And it's still quite sticky. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to leave it to cool. And then I'm going to pop it on the table and knead it. And just keep adding flour and get the consistency that we want. So the mixture is now cooled. So I'm going to take it out of the bowl, and then you just want to start to knead it. And this will really tell you how it feels, if it's too sticky, if it's too dry. If it's too dry, just add a tiny bit of water at a time, tablespoon at a time will be plenty. This one's still a little bit tacky. It's coming off a little bit on my hands. So I'm just going to add a little bit of flour.
Me turn, Mommy?
Do you want to mix it? Do it with your hands.
Do your hands?
And just knead it well. Here, why don't you do that bit? Yeah? Oh, good helping. If you're getting the kids to help, you could have everything pre-measured so that you're just having to like tip the bowls of ingredients into your main bowl. How does it feel? Is it good Play-Doh?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
So, that is it. It's light, it's fluffy, it's not too sticky, it's not too hard. You want them to be able to squish it easily or roll it easily and use the cutters in it. As I said, if you wanted to make different colours, you can just make the batch up, and then what you would do is break it into smaller bits, and then add your food colouring to that and knead the food colouring into the dough. I find that way it's just a little bit messier and tend to end up with loads of food colouring over your hands, and so I prefer to do it in the bowl, and I just make up big batches of different colours. The cream of tartar helps it to stay, it keeps for longer. When I have it made, I wrap it up in cling film and make it airtight. But most of you will probably be making it to use straight away. And if you're making different colours, it's probably all going to get mixed up anyway. So I usually just make it as I need it. And they tend to just use it straight away. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're all staying safe. Hope you're social distancing. And hope you're still all using hand sanitizer and washing your hands. We disinfected the table before we started, and I hand sanitized my hands. Can't say the same for Aoife. But yeah, stay safe. Thanks for joining us. Bye. Want to say bye?
Bye.